Have you ever wondered if the universe is more than what meets the eye? What if science and spirituality, two forces often seen as opposites, are actually deeply connected? Imagine a reality where the laws of physics don't just explain the physical world, but also point to a deeper spiritual truth that unites all things. Today, we're going to explore this powerful connection between quantum physics and spirituality, revealing how these two realms, though seemingly separate, come together to offer profound insights into the nature of existence. What if the mysteries of the universe we seek are not hidden in distant realms, but right here, in the very fabric of reality itself? This bridge between science and the divine could hold the answers to life's greatest questions. In this video, we'll dive deep into how quantum physics can unlock ancient spiritual wisdom, showing you a truth about the universe that has remained hidden for centuries. Ready to explore the divine through the lens of science? Let's go. Imagine this. Everything we perceive about reality, from the material world around us to our inner thoughts and emotions, might not be as fixed and separate as we believe. Quantum physics tells us that at the smallest scale, particles are not stationary or solid. Instead, they are fluid, existing in multiple states simultaneously, constantly shifting between possibilities. This idea may seem strange or even impossible, but it holds a profound connection to the way we experience the world on a spiritual level. The concept of quantum superposition, where particles can exist in more than one place at once, challenges our traditional understanding of reality and opens the door to deeper exploration. What if this same principle applies to our lives? What if, just as particles are interconnected and exist in multiple states, so too are we connected to a greater, unseen reality that transcends the physical world? This is where quantum physics and spirituality converge. At its core, quantum theory suggests that everything in the universe is interconnected, vibrating as one unified field of energy. This idea mirrors the teachings of many ancient spiritual traditions, which have long emphasized the interconnectedness of all beings and the oneness of the universe. Have you ever experienced a moment of deep connection with something beyond yourself? A sense of unity with the universe? A feeling that you are part of something much larger than your individual self? It could be during meditation, a moment of awe in nature, or even a profound insight that seems to come from beyond your mind. Quantum physics suggests that these experiences may not just be figments of imagination or mystical illusions, but reflections of the very fabric of reality itself. At the smallest level, everything around us, from the stars in the sky to the thoughts we think, is interconnected and vibrating as one. For thousands of years, spiritual traditions have taught that the universe is not just a physical material world, but a living, breathing entity with a divine consciousness that unites all things. Quantum physics is now beginning to reveal that this idea might not be as mystical as it seems. The science of quantum mechanics is starting to point to a universe where energy flows through everything, where time and space are fluid, and where all things, including our consciousness, are part of an intricate web of interconnection. The ancient wisdom of the divine may not be so far removed from the discoveries of modern science. In fact, they may be pointing to the same ultimate truth, that we are all connected, that reality is far more mysterious than we realize, and that the divine is woven into the very fabric of existence. Let's break this down in 3 simple steps to help you understand how quantum physics and spirituality converge and what it can mean for your life. 1. The quantum field, the source of all possibility. According to quantum theory, all energy and matter are not just isolated entities, but are part of a vast quantum field that spans beyond the confines of space and time. This field is often described as a sea of infinite potential, a realm where all possibilities coexist. Everything in existence, every particle, every wave of energy, every thought, and every feeling is connected within this field, where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual begin to blur. Now, think of this quantum field as the canvas of the universe. It holds the raw potential for everything that exists, and yet it is not bound by our understanding of linear time or physical space. What happens here is more than just an abstract concept. It is the place where possibility and reality intertwine. The divine, in many spiritual traditions, is often seen as an underlying presence or energy that connects everything in existence. And quantum physics may have just discovered the field where this divine energy resides. The quantum field can be thought of as the point where the divine and the scientific meet, a place where the unseen forces of spirituality and the observable forces of physics are inextricably linked. In spiritual terms, the quantum field aligns closely with the idea of the source or the divine energy, the infinite well of creation that permeates the universe. It's the place from which all life and consciousness arise, and it's where the connection between the physical and the spiritual is made. Quantum theory, in a sense, is starting to give us the scientific language to understand the ancient spiritual concept of a divine unity that exists beyond the physical world. 2. The observer effect, consciousness and the material world. One of the most intriguing aspects of quantum physics is the observer effect. This principle tells us that the very act of observing a particle can change its state. Before being observed, a particle exists in a state of probability, where it can be in multiple places or forms at once, a concept known as superposition. However, once we observe or measure it, the particle collapses into a definite state. This is known as wave function collapse. This concept goes beyond the idea of particles simply existing in different states. It suggests that the very presence of an observer, or consciousness, plays a pivotal role in determining the outcome of an event at the quantum level. This has led many researchers to question, could it be that our consciousness, the awareness we carry, actually has the power to influence and shape the material world? For centuries, spiritual traditions have taught that our thoughts, intentions, and focus can affect our reality. The law of attraction, prayer, visualization. These are all spiritual practices that suggest our consciousness is not just passive, but actively involved in the creation of our experience. In quantum physics, we see science beginning to explore this idea, hinting that our perception of reality might not just reflect what exists, but can actively shape the world around us. If our consciousness can affect the state of a quantum particle, it stands to reason that it might also be able to influence the larger reality we experience. What if the divine within us, the energy that connects us to the quantum field, can influence not only our thoughts, but also the material world? Could it be that our consciousness is the bridge between the physical realm and the spiritual, a tool that allows us to tap into this vast quantum potential and manifest the reality we desire? This idea resonates deeply with many spiritual philosophies, which view our minds and intentions as powerful forces capable of shaping the universe. 3. Oneness and interconnectedness, the divine within and around us. One of the most profound discoveries of quantum physics is the phenomenon known as quantum entanglement. This principle shows that particles, even when separated by vast distances, can remain interconnected and instantaneously influence each other. This challenges our traditional understanding of space and time, suggesting that the universe is not a collection of isolated parts, but a unified whole where everything is interconnected, regardless of distance. This concept mirrors a central idea in spirituality: oneness. Many spiritual traditions, including Eastern philosophies like Buddhism and Hinduism, teach that all life is interconnected. The divine is not distant or separate from us. It resides within us and around us, part of the very fabric of existence. In fact, this interconnectedness between all things, humans, nature, the cosmos, is often described as the divine essence or energy that flows through everything. Just as quantum entanglement reveals a profound interconnectedness between particles, spirituality reveals that we are all connected to one another, to nature, and to the divine source that permeates the universe. In fact, quantum physics may be offering us a scientific validation of the spiritual concept of interconnectedness. The idea that the universe is a web of energy, with all things affecting one another, aligns with spiritual teachings that emphasize the unity of all life. Could it be that the divine presence we seek in our spiritual practices is the same energy that binds all things in the quantum field? Just as quantum entanglement suggests that particles are never truly separate, spirituality teaches that we, too, are never separate from the divine. It's all one, interconnected, inseparable, vibrating together as one infinite reality. Have you ever experienced a moment where your intentions seemed to manifest reality? Perhaps a time when you focused your energy on a goal and watched it unfold in front of you, almost as if the universe itself was responding to your thoughts? These moments of synchronicity are more common than we think, and they may be a reflection of the powerful connection between our consciousness and the quantum field. Share your story with us in the comments below. How have you experienced the power of your thoughts and intentions shaping your reality? We'd love to hear your insights and experiences. By understanding the profound relationship between quantum physics and spirituality, we unlock a series of powerful benefits that can transform how we view ourselves, the universe, and our potential. 1. Greater awareness. As we delve into the interconnectedness of the quantum field and spiritual energy, we begin to recognize the role our thoughts, intentions, and actions play in shaping the world around us. Quantum physics reveals that we are not passive observers of reality. Rather, we are active participants who influence the outcomes of our experiences. Once we grasp this concept, we develop a heightened awareness of how the smallest shifts in our mindset or energy can create ripple effects in our lives. This awareness leads to more mindful decision-making and a deeper understanding of our true power. We realize that even our thoughts can affect the quantum field and, in turn, the material world. 2. Sense of connection. One of the most profound realizations that come from integrating quantum physics and spirituality is the understanding that everything is interconnected. The concept of quantum entanglement, where particles remain linked regardless of distance, mirrors the spiritual belief that we are all part of a greater whole. Realizing that every action, thought, and intention is intertwined with the fabric of the universe brings a deep sense of unity. This awareness nurtures a sense of connection not only with other people but also with nature, the cosmos, and the divine. As we align with this universal interconnectedness, we experience a heightened spiritual connection that transcends the material world. 3. Empowered living. Perhaps one of the most exciting outcomes of this exploration is the sense of empowerment it brings. When we understand that we are part of the quantum field, and that our consciousness has the potential to influence it, we realize that we have the power to create the life we truly desire. This knowledge challenges the conventional idea that we are at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, it shows us that we are capable of shaping our reality by harnessing our thoughts and intentions. The divine is not something distant or unattainable. It is within us, guiding us, and supporting us in our journey. By tapping into this divine energy, we can begin to live more intentionally, with purpose and clarity. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine how different your life could be if you felt truly connected to the universe, not as a separate being, but as an integral part of a vast, living, interconnected system. Picture yourself empowered to shape your reality, with the knowledge that every thought, action, and intention has the potential to influence the world around you. That's the transformative power of blending quantum physics with spiritual understanding. It's the key to unlocking your fullest potential and stepping into a life that is aligned with your deepest desires. This is the bridge between science and spirituality, and it's within your reach. I want to share a story with you about a close friend of mine, Sarah. She had always felt a deep spiritual connection to the universe, but as someone with a strong scientific background, she struggled to reconcile those feelings with the logical, evidence-based world of science. For years, she tried to separate her spiritual experiences from her understanding of reality. But everything changed one day when she stumbled upon the concept of quantum physics. As she learned more, Sarah had an epiphany. What if her spiritual experiences weren't so different from what quantum physics was describing? She had often felt a sense of unity, an invisible connection with everything around her. Then, she discovered quantum entanglement, the idea that particles can remain connected no matter how far apart they are in space. Suddenly, it clicked. Could it be that the invisible connection she felt between herself and the universe was a reflection of quantum entanglement, just on a different level? This realization transformed how Sarah approached her life. She began to see that her thoughts and intentions weren't just random. They had the power to shape her reality. Armed with this new understanding, she started living with greater purpose and clarity. Her spiritual practices became more profound, and she felt more aligned with her true self. She no longer saw science and spirituality as separate realms, but as complementary forces that together formed a more complete picture of the universe. And you? Have you ever experienced a moment where science and spirituality seem to overlap in your life? I'd love to hear your thoughts and explore this fascinating connection with you. Let's dive into this together. If you've ever had an experience where science or spirituality made you see the world in a new light, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below and share your story. You never know, your insight could be exactly what someone else needs to hear on their journey of discovery. And don't forget to share this video with someone who's been curious about the connection between science and the divine. This perspective might just be the key they've been looking for. Let's spread the wisdom and keep exploring these fascinating connections together. Today, we've uncovered how quantum physics and spirituality are not opposing forces, but two sides of the same coin. Together, they offer us a deeper understanding of the nature of existence. By embracing both, we unlock our true potential and forge a profound connection with the divine that can transform our lives. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries of the universe. Remember, the bridge between science and the divine lies within you. Keep expanding your mind and stay curious. Until next time.